Traviston Drive, Franklin. So entering the crawl space, this is a new purchase for the homeowner. They said that a new vapor barrier was put down. Looks like the old vapor barrier was left. So we have a 4 mil on top. We have a 6 mil on the bottom. The downside to that is, as you can see, it'll trap moisture in between the poly and it could stink the house up with that watery smell. So we notated there was fungus on the home inspection. With this being an I-beam house, we want to more look at the girder beam. You know, we're looking for rodent activity. So let's check here. Okay, so looks like you see a little bit of poop here. So when I encapsulate, I'm gonna rodent proof. You can see a little bit of brown rot growing on this girder. You can see more here. So we can do a spot treat. Typically on I-beam houses, I spray the whole thing and I just scrub the girder beam, and that'll cut some costs for you. When you do a crawl space inspection, one of the things that you're looking for is what's called sweat lines below the ductwork. So ductwork condensates at 60 to 70% relative humidity. This is new poly, so we're not gonna see it, so that's irrelevant. And I'll go over all the sources of moisture with you after the inspection. Looks like insulation has been pulled, so that'll save a few bucks on the project. We got some more rodent droppings down here. And I can even run a cedar side fog and blast the crawl space with a cedar material that'll bring them out before I rodent proof if we don't want to run the risk of them being down here. So here's more fungus. So when it smears like mud, it tells you that it's active. So you can see right here, it's smearing. Dehumidifier is going to go in this area. We're going to go with a 70 pint April air. So it's a 2,200 square foot unit. It'll keep the entire crawl space dry. We will screen the vents and seal the vents with foam board. And as you can see, this is about what you'd expect from a handyman or a, you know, just give me the cheapest price type of job in real estate. Seams weren't taped together. Old poly wasn't removed. This is something that I would never allow with my guys. We got more fungus here. So this is called brown rot wood decay fungus. So it grows at 65% relative humidity. You can actually see it on this I-beam here. See if I can get a good angle. You see it right there. So we're gonna spray everything with a hydrogen peroxide based spray, and that'll kill it. Then we'll scrub it. So one of the big no-nos in crawl space work is not using the word mold. You can see somebody wrote mold on here. Fungus is in the mold family, but to talk about mold, you have to have a license and be like a restoration guy. So we're kind of breaking the unspoken code of using that word. Looks like some of these joists, looks like maybe we've sistered some joists. No, we've not sistered. We've just done, looks like 2x12s through this back section here. We got a shark bite over there. Maybe this plumbing's been replaced before. Okay. Yeah, the poly is mostly covered. You can see some old plastic left down there. You know, it's kind of par for the course on what I'd expect from people that do this. This is probably like a handyman, but this is a simple crawl space. We're not seeing water intrusion. We don't have a ton of fungus down here, so we don't need to scrub every single board, but we will do a spot scrub. You can see more growing on this I-beam here, but I'm gonna grab some photos and we'll talk.